Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Intuitive Living with Suzanne. So, today I want to talk about how fast our world moves compared to even just 20 years ago. And are we better off for it? What are we missing out on by moving so much faster? Or are we missing out on anything? This is Suzanne Arjona, and you're listening to Intuitive Living with Suzanne, where we are tuning in to our inner voices and taking life to the next level. So here's what I mean by our world moving faster. Some really obvious ways. We no longer have to wait for a mailed letter to arrive a week later when we can text instantly and get instant answers from people. We have microwaves and air fryers to cook our meals really fast. Even our work meetings don't have to wait for a conference room to free up and have everyone in the same building. Okay? I feel like the original idea was that by having things move faster, we would be freed up to enjoy life more. But are we enjoying life more? We've turned into a society of instant gratification. And it didn't just start with moving from dial-up internet to fiber, okay? It started way back, even as far back as 1969 with Sesame Street. Okay, do y'all remember Sesame Street? The show was designed to cater to the short attention span of a toddler or a preschooler. Okay, it jumps from one mini segment to the next in less than a minute or two. TV commercials are designed the same way. Short, intense blasts of information designed to drive us to make an instant decision about a product. Okay, now they're gearing these towards adults. We're supposed to have a much longer attention span than that. But we live in this age of just do it and seize the day and you only live once. YOLO. Ugh, I really, really dislike the term YOLO. I don't know why. Part of it, I think, is the sound of it. But maybe it's just because it's another shortcut that we found to chop up our language into text speak. But anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. Anyways, not everyone is designed to just do it. Okay, we all process information differently. Certainly we're able to make spontaneous decisions, and not all decisions have long-term repercussions if we choose incorrectly. Choosing strawberry ice cream over chocolate isn't going to be the end of the world. It's not like buying a new car on a whim or investing in a business. But sometimes we do need to stop and wait. For some of us, making the right decision means waiting. Waiting for emotions to subside so that we have more clarity. Waiting for the opportunity that lights us up and not just jumping at an idea in the moment. Waiting is an art. There's a beauty in slowing down and living in a moment. Grabbing coffee at the drive-thru is a quick convenience and it satisfies that just do it urge, and it gives us the instant satisfaction and that instant jolt of energy to just keep doing it. But brewing a pot of tea and waiting for it to steep and sipping it while looking out the window and watching birds, that's art. Taking time to enjoy a walk in the fresh air is art. Making time to enjoy a hobby is art. Now, I've talked about this art before, the art of living authentically, the performance art that is your life. Too often we rush to get this or that done. We rush to complete a ton of tasks, never enjoying the process, only to fill up our newfound free time with more tasks. We miss out on so much in life by rushing too much and not experiencing. The life we're going to look back on is a compilation of tasks. Will we remember them? This is what creating your life intuitively is all about. Creating and enjoying the process of what we feel within us and expressing it outwardly. It's about creating time for experiences to explore and enjoy. These experiences that we take the time with are the ones we'll remember. These are the ones that will impact our lives the most. So how do we go about slowing down and enjoying these experiences? How do we learn to make the best decisions in the best way for how we operate? Okay? All too often, my clients come to me with a similar problem. I feel like I'm running nonstop with my business. When do I get to enjoy my life? And most often, the answer is to step back and look at how they make decisions, how they choose between what's important and what's just noise. I'm here to call out those rushed decisions and missed opportunities and help them find that path back to their authentic self, to help them find the balance that gets it all done and still allows for experiencing life. I recently finished a 4-part short video series on finding your balance, and it's posted out on my Substack community. To find it, you can visit my website at www.thelifewalk.com and click on Community. Once you're there, you can go to the resources page. All 4 parts of the video are out there. They're free for anybody to enjoy, and I hope you will. While you're there, go ahead and subscribe. That way you won't miss any of these new resources as I put them out there in the future. And I hope you'll invite a friend to join you there as well. So I look forward to seeing you out there in the community soon. And meanwhile, thanks for joining me here today. And until next time, I wish you the brightest blessings.